showdown. Both teams hoping to fight their way into the college football playoff. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you guys.
So keep an eye on that, Holly. The Longhorns will kick off first, and here we go. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Throwing more. Oh, they're after him. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Might have a chance. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
They'll ride the hot hand. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Here's more to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Hard running there. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The RPO, it's complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing Manning. He tries to take the top off. Fires into a whirl of traffic and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Moore will throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Texas offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Drills him with the stiff arm. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. might want another play. Moore. Stepping to the right. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Third and short now from their own 48. He'll try to get to the marker himself. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Moore. Makes the grab. Turning it on. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. There's a little room there. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. So first down here as they go back to work. Trying to run, it's Hill. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
On the move, it's Davison. Running through contact. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback making adjustments. Dante Moore. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. After a drive this long, a field goal will be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering
Got a little grass. Inside the 10, and he scores! Touchdown, Texas! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he puts through the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Davison. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. More to throw for it on fourth down. And they've got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking for room. It's Smothers. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Coleman's got it on the right side. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The run inside. It's Smothers. Maybe a crease. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Manning to throw. Makes the grab. It's Wingo. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Hill. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gonna run it. It's Davison. Oh, he's got some space. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. They're working that left side. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers.
There's a crease. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Upstairs, he's got it. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to keep this guy in the pocket. They do not want to let him get outside because of that speed. His ability to extend plays makes this offense very, very unique as he's able to get the completion there to move the sticks.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback. The way
Makes a great... Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorn. And that one will give them the lead. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
That's a great job by the coverage unit on special teams, flying down the field, not just getting to the ball carrier, but knocking the ball free and creating a massive takeaway. You could argue that's easily one of the biggest plays of this game.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, his second and goal.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Play action, here's Manning. Skips away from pressure. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They go to the counter. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Quarterback may change this route. Throwing more. Right on the money. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets us up and set up at the 27.
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Got his man on the right. There he goes. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Run in the red zone. It's Hill. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll give it to him again. Plows through the defense. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Dances away to buy time, and he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to run for it. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game with him.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Manning. Takes his shot. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
Finding some room. Makes it past the marker. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. First down, right back to Brown. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Unloads quickly. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. It's caught! Free up the gut! Got loose, made the big play, and took it down to the 31. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it first and 10 in plus territory. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Moore to throw. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Unloads to the wideout. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Oregon! The Ducks with the answer.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Tie game, 4th quarter. Plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. He found the hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Motion from the wideout. Arch Madness. Good timing on the quick out. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for them there.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after could be an alley. And he'll be brought down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this 3rd down. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Third and short now from their own 48. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Arch is going to throw for it. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Buys a little time. He throws one to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. At that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
To throw, Manning. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The running game's been thrown in reverse. Would they dare try to run it again on third down and goal? Manning from the gun on third down. Rushes on him. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I don't want to pile on and kill this young man that plays QB, but you have to understand situational football. You got to understand, a field goal puts me in the lead. This game is tied. The worst thing I could do is throw an interception.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running inside, it's Davison. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Give to the running back. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Manning. Bringing the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now third and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Using the quick game. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
Manning to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Texas! And they score first here in overtime.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this. This could be a scary unit.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Moore. Fires quickly. He's inside the 10. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
From the red zone, it's Davison. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Quarterback making checks. Dante Moore, looking for the score. Touchdown, Ducks. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. No interest in another overtime. They'll go for two and the win. Moore to the air. They didn't make it. Pushed all the chips to the middle of the table for the two-point try, and they get nothing. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside